We're back, second try. It's Karla Dawn Live. I'm Karla Gordy Bristol, and I'm here with a fun guest because he is, as you can see, an artiste. He is a pencil artist doing great work. He brought one of his pieces, Clarence Pointer. Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, welcome. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You've been on me for about a good year to come on the show.
I have.
And it was my last show. You wanted to try to come on, and you knew I wanted you. Everything comes in good time, right?
It does. It really does.
You know, everything's about timing, and you've even accomplished so much more in that past year.
I have.
So it's great that, now we can talk about those things.
Absolutely.
So welcome, everybody. Do as I love to ask, because it's you who tells me if you're seeing and hearing us wonderfully. And your hearts and love and likes let me know that. Thank you so much. So that's a good thing. We had technical difficulties, Wi-Fi issues, and some others. So my apologies. Hey, I'm doing this thing the best I can and bringing a show to you. So I appreciate your patience for all those who waited, because it's well worth the wait.
It is.
Well worth the wait to hear the story of Clarence. So tell me a little bit about this piece, and I'm going to get into a few little news stories going on, but now people are seeing this, so I want them to know, what is this?
Well, see, I'm a current event kind of artist.
Okay.
I like historical pieces, beyond the personal request type things. I like to do impactful pieces of art.
Got it.
And this is like these are true heroes.
They are the Tuskegee Airmen.
Tuskegee Airmen, right?
Yeah.
So unsung heroes.
Absolutely.
Most of those guys didn't even talk about what they did in the war.
Right. They're very humble.
Their kids didn't even know what they accomplished.
I know. Can you believe that? Yeah.
So over time, the stories got out, and I had to do this piece.
You had to do this.
I had to do it.
And when did you do this one?
It was released the day the movie came out.
Wow, you were empowered by that film.
I led up to that because I know it's going to be a very impactful movie. It was history, and
I get it.
I wanted to share with the world.
Everybody knows about the Red Tails, right? We know about this history now. Thank God for the movie, and more of them are being recognized. And I have the fortune to have met several of them. I went to an event and got to know two of them very closely. So this is all done with pencil. A pencil. Your school pencil.
Well, various ones.
I know. Okay, maybe not the school number 2. I remember that. Remember, it's embedded. But this looks like a photograph. It really does. It's so detailed, and that's why I wanted you on my show.
Well, thanks for having me.
I really wanted to have you on because there are a lot of talented artists in the world. They are, and kudos to all artists. I give it to them because that's truly a natural gift.
It is.
And, I've been seeing your pictures of your artwork over a period of time and very impressed. And I knew there would be a good timing for you to come and talk about how you do it, how it came to happen. So we're going to get into all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
How he became so talented at doing something like this that many of you can do. You may have the skill and don't realize it. And we're going to talk about that. I have a whole thing about hobbies that I'm going to get into. But first I want to talk about tax day. Please, I hope everybody by now has got their taxes done. You got an extra day. It was due yesterday.
Yeah.
So at the last minute, they had an online glitch. Go figure. I would love to know in history has that happened. I mean,
exactly.
They have a day, and then on the deadline day, they go, "Oh, guess what? We're going to give you another day." Huh? I'm sure people were like, "We're done. We're good."
And there's some people like, "Oh, thank you."
There were a few that were waiting to the last minute that probably didn't have to run to the airport or somewhere to the post office that were thankful. So I posted it to let people know, hey, you got a day, get out there. But yeah, it's always that chaotic moment. So I hope if you haven't done it and didn't know and you filed an extension and you had to return or something, go ahead and run to the post office. Well, maybe not now because you're watching my show. No. But if you really have to, I will understand. I think that's important.
Yeah.
So go do that. But goodness, how stressful taxes is to deal with the whole process. It's like the dentist and taxes is like I'm just so glad that's over.
Yep.
So glad. And I want to give a shout out to my cousin Serena in Detroit, Michigan. Mwah, big hugs and kisses to you. My mother was talking to her earlier, and she was talking about how she was waiting for the show. So I know you were patiently waiting. So thank you again to you as well and everybody.
That's right.
On a sad note, the Southwest Airlines, which is an airline, is very popular. It's gained a lot of popularity. And you fly on Southwest. I have done it a lot, and it's like the easiest airlines to me to travel on. And you don't hear a lot of problems with Southwest. You really, people they have their system about getting your seat and all that, but that's what it is. People know what to expect. But an engine blew while it was in air. And I was talking to you about this a little while ago. It's just crazy. And it's sadly, a woman passed away. She was almost sucked out of the window. She had a window seat. I mean, that's one of those things that people are scared to fly. They think of these things happening. It's very infrequent that we hear of someone actually having that happen. I've been looking at a window too, sat by the engine going, what if something happen? I mean, I do. And you feel the air, and then when it's cold outside, there's like this icy thing on there, and you think, could this crack? I mean, I've had all kind of thoughts. So sad for her and her family. So my condolences for the family and friends. It's so tragic, and to the airline, who I'm sure is just feeling terrible about this incident. But kudos to the female pilot. Woo! There was a female pilot who kept her cool. She was very professional. It was very turbulent. Of course, you imagine an engine out. The plane was having issues. Wow. And she landed that plane.
Wow.
Through everything. A woman, a pilot, we don't have many of, landed that plane with a blown engine.
Wow.
Safely, and saved everybody else on the plane.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's so sad that there is that one loss, which is tremendous. Every loss is tremendous, but at the same time, wow, she saved so many.
Exactly.
It's crazy though, and don't, I just say don't be scared to fly, because it's the numbers. People go, that's why I don't fly. I've been seeing this all on the social media. That's why I don't want to fly, because of this and that. I'm like, a
car wreck every 10 seconds.
More people die in a car than they do in a plane.
So I'll fly in a minute.
You would fly in a minute.
I'm going to drive 36 hours to Alabama.
Yeah, I'm more frightened. Yeah, having to drive across country than taking the flight.
4 hours, I'm there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So that was just something. It was just a really miraculous story that she did that. And what was I going to say? Oh, and there was a passenger on board who filmed it while on the plane. He paid $8 real quickly while it was going down. After the engine blew, he's in a panic. They got their masks on, the oxygen mask, and he grabs his credit card and swipes it to get Wi-Fi.
Wow.
$8, and he starts filming from the flight. So that video is up for people to see. It's very grainy though at points. It has, but I can imagine it's the plane is shaking and everything's crazy. But he did get footage of that and thought he was going to die. So he thought he was filming for his family his last moments.
But it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, and he made it. Wow. But he's gonna
register for him.
I'm sure he's holding tight to the family right now.
I'm sure.
Absolutely. But that's so horrific, just sad. But it has a positive at the end for some, for many.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Hobby Pencil Man, that's the nickname. They call you the Pencil Man, right?
Pencil Man.
Okay.
It fits.
Who gave you that name, Pencil Man?
I think I did.
You did yourself because you knew you did your work with the pencil?
Yep, it.
That was it?
Yep.
And now how long ago did you come up with that? Were you because you started at 14, was it?
Mm-hmm.
You got your first award even at 14.
About
so
7
years old, you started sketching things, and at 14, you got your first award for your work.
Right.
Wow. So tell me, at 7 years old, kids are drawing all the time. They have color books. They have this. So what was it that your parents or family member gave you that encouraged drawing?
We didn't have a whole lot. Mm-hmm. We had pencils and paper.
Okay.
And I had imagination. So I'll just think of stuff and just doodle, even in class, right?
Right.
Not supposed to.
Were you one of those doodling when you were supposed to be paying attention to the teacher?
I was doing all my homework.
Okay.
And I look out the window, I see a dog or a tree or a car or something. I just, doodle.
At 7 years old?
Mm-hmm. I skipped the stick figure stage.
Right, still, you have to start somewhere.
I don't remember that.
But you had that interest in starting to...
Just messing around.
Did you see it on TV, or did you know someone doing this, or you just yourself started to do it?
I think it was inherited. I had an uncle that was really, really good, they say.
Oh, did you know him?
I know him now. He's still alive.
But when you were a child, you knew your uncle? So you watched his work?
No, I've never seen any of his work.
Interesting. So as a child, you were not familiar with him doing work, but you ended up...
I just heard about how good he was.
Wow.
Scenario. And it's a long story, but...
Okay. Got it.
He didn't want to use it, I guess, so God gave it to me.
So it wasn't that you saw somebody else drawing that made you do it. It was just...
It's in you.
It's the doodling thing. You were just started with the doodling. Okay.
It's really just something that's inside the person.
You believe that it was something in your system that said you were going to do this.
Oh yeah, and I just picked it up and continued to do it and got better and better and better, and
wow,
here it is.
I love that. So 7 years later, 7 years later, you're being awarded for this. What happened between those 7 years that you changed your style from the stick figures? How did you develop that, and did you start taking classes?
No, I never read the stick figures.
Never.
I just kind of evolved,
Uh-huh.
and people started taking notice.
Right.
And I started drawing the little drumming head characters. There should be in the TV guys back in the day.
Right, I remember those.
And I won twice.
Did you? I remember the little cartoon in there, and you can enter the contest.
Right, I won a $10 check.
I did one of those. I didn't send it. I should have, but I did it, and it looked just like it. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna win! I'm gonna win!" And I didn't follow through.
Yep.
Who knows? You know, you got to follow through.
Yep.
So you sent it in. You won twice.
I won twice, and they came to my town and wanted to take me. They wanted me to enter this correspondence class.
Ah.
I didn't want that. I wanted hands-on.
Okay.
If I was going to do anything, I wanted hands-on.
Right.
So I said no, and
Wow.
I continued to practice on my own. So I'm self-taught. I had no formal training at all.
And how old were you? Under 15 when you won these
14,
contests?
about 14.
Right around that time. So things started to take off.
Yeah.
Right after you turned
I started
13,
getting
you were like, "I'm 13 now. I'm get serious with it." No.
You get that first check, a little $25 check. That was a nice little check.
$25
Back
for a child,
in the
teenager.
70s,
Yeah.
And then my dad would bring gigs home from work from his co-workers and stuff, and I would draw those. And
Okay, wait. You said gigs. What was your dad doing?
we were in a steel mill.
Oh, okay.
But all his co-workers got width of my talent and stuff, so they started sending pictures home for me to do for them.
Oh, how fun.
So it's 40, 50, 60 bucks,
Oh my God.
back then it was nice
And
little
they were
change.
paying you.
Exactly.
That was nice of them because people tend to, take advantage of the little kids. Saying, "Oh yeah, draw this for me."
My dad would have it in that.
Oh, okay. Your dad was he started your business mind early,
That's
so you were
right.
trained in business a little
That's
early.
right, exactly.
Like you have talent and skills, we can get money.
Exactly.
Okay. Kudos, Dad. That's the way to do it.
That's right.
So your first clients were basically your dad's coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
How fun.
That's what I said.
$60 at like 14, 15 years old.
That's not little money in the 70s.
You're like, so were you saving your money?
I was buying clothes and looking good.
Yeah. Okay. Had style.
Yep.
Style. All
Yep.
right. Nice. Well, that's fun. So never took classes. At no point did you decide?
I took a class in junior college for 1 quarter, and I got a B.
That was your first time taking an art class.
And I stopped drawing for 2 years. That B devastated me.
You got a B and it just hurt.
It hurt my heart. I was like, no, I can't have this B. And if it was a constructive criticism B, I could understand.
So what'd she say?
She never
Or
talked to me during the classes and stuff, So I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not drawing anymore. 2 years. I
Did
stopped.
you get any answers as to why? Did they, give you an explanation? Did you meet with the teacher after?
No, I just got.
You just knew. I got a B. That's not acceptable. I'm an A, and I'm out of here.
And I stopped drawing for 2 years.
Wow. Just even after you left the class, you didn't want to draw?
I didn't want to draw
It
no
hurt
more.
you. You felt. So what did it make you feel? Like you were not as good as you thought you were?
I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah.
It was a psyche
I'm
thing.
sure it was. Yeah, you were being paid since you were a kid. So.
You know what I'm saying? I thought I was a bad dude.
Right. This is junior
college.
college.
That's
Yeah,
1980.
that's a long gap from
Yeah.
when you first were selling. So what happened
Yeah.
between all those years
Yeah. So
to then? You must have accomplished a lot even before that.
I had, but it wasn't enough to subside which it be.
Describe some of the work you were doing at that point. It wasn't to this level.
Oh no!
So you were doing like what?
Tigers and
Animals and pictures
animals,
and things.
portraits a little bit, but they weren't, of course, not on this level now. But
Right. And you were selling them to other people and the coworkers at that point. So
Yeah.
you had gained some success in clientele,
Yeah,
and then you went and took a class, and that made you not want to do it anymore.
I stopped for 2 years.
That's really to
that-
be having that success and stop at that
See,
point.
but God had a better plan.
You're right. I get
so
it.
So 2 years later, I joined the military.
Okay.
I went to Japan, and I was drawing of Lionel Richie, I think it was. I still was drawing,
That's
but
great.
I wasn't doing it the way I really wanted to.
Right.
So the sergeant saw me drawing this picture of Lionel Richie, and he was like, "Man, that's great. That's a good job. You should have an art exhibit in the base library for Black History Month." I said, "No, I just draw for fun. I'm not doing it anymore." And he was like,
I gave it up because I got a B.
"Yeah, I did."
No. Okay.
He said, "Well, every day at 5:00, I'm gonna come bang on your door until you say yes."
Ooh.
I had 1 stripe, and he had 3 stripes, right?
So you respected him.
I did,
Yeah.
but I still wasn't going to bend. But every day at 5:00, he came bang on my door until I said yes.
He really followed
He
through
followed
with that.
every day between 5 and 5:30.
Was he much older than you?
No,
Wow.
about a year or two maybe.
That's interesting.
But he had rank and I didn't.
Right.
And
So-
but still, that still wasn't just the. God,
So do you-
I just said yes.
Do you think it was his ego, like, I'm going to make this guy do it? Or do you think he was trying to help you
That.
because he saw the skills?
It was more the second one.
Yeah.
You know, so once I said yes, I threw some pictures together, some quickies, and
Here, take it.
You know,
Because
and
you weren't really wanting to still.
I really wasn't.
Uh-huh.
But the church I attended was right next to the base library. So they was on display in the library, and this captain, now she had way more juice than I did, right? She saw my Billy D. Williams I had done, and she was like, after the exhibit is over, I want the Billy D. Williams.
She's like, I want that picture.
I was like, okay. So
Don't draw Billy D. good now. A woman will come and take it from you.
well, the 1st of March, we have potluck at her house. And she said, did you bring my Billy D. Williams?
Huh.
Now, that was back when E.L. Putnam speaks, everyone listens scenario.
Yeah.
So when she said that, her buddy, and still, but they're both still my friends right now, but Johnny, female, a good friend, right? She said, well, how much is it going to cost me? In my head, I'm saying, I didn't say I was selling anything. I was going to give it to you. So I think I said $30 or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
And she looked at me.
Like, what?
She was like, $30? Do you hear it? Mm-hmm, girl, I hear him, $30.
Do you hear what this look
Yeah.
is?
And then she said, $30. I said, now I'm sweating. I got a suit on, but you can't see the, you can see the
Because
sweat.
you're like, I don't know what I'm
You know?
doing.
So she said, if you had said $100, I would have paid you. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, cool, I got a deal. She said, mm-mm.
She said,
You
too late
you
now. You said
$30.
30. I'm taking it for 30. That is
So
funny.
she wrote me a check, I think for like $75, and handed
that
it to
was
me,
sweet.
but she didn't let go. She pulled me closer to her. She said, if I ever hear about you seeing yourself short again, I would wear a size 11 shoe. Something like that. That's along those
Look
terms.
at that. You had a lot of people looking out for you over those years, like really pushing you and encouraging you.
Yep. So from there, it was kind of like
Interesting.
my colonel. The next weekend, some of our work in a outdoor park festival, something like that. He was stern Italian. He didn't say much on a Saturday. So Monday, I go to work. They said, Colonel Costanza wants to see you in his office. You don't go to his office unless you're in trouble.
Oh, boy.
Or you got an award. I had anything
So
that
you
great.
like, I'm not getting an award, so I'm in trouble. Whoops.
So I get there, he was like, does your work I started in the park this weekend? Now first he said, at ease.
Okay,
So
because you were all like,
he said, yeah,
Okay.
I know I'm not in trouble.
Okay.
So he wanted to say, you think you can draw me? And I was like,
Ooh.
I said, absolutely. How much you going to charge me?
And now you knew.
$150.
There you go. There you go. Work
He
it.
said, $150? Good God. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm talented.
That's what I need half deposit right now.
Oh, how
He said,
quickly
"Deposit-
he learned that.
deposit, you don't trust me? I got to buy my art supplies, blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
blah.
he said, I got to buy things to do it.
So he was like, come by tomorrow, I have a check for you. So now we were really busy at work. It was night shift. So I said, when we're not busy at work, can I work on your art project since you need it for Mother's Day? He said, you pushing it. I said, okay. So I go downstairs.
Because it's for him, yeah.
I go downstairs, I said, Colonel Costanza said, when you guys aren't busy, you can bother me. Because in the meantime, I'm doing this art project. He didn't say that. I kind of switched it around. So for 2 weeks, all I did was do his art project. He loved it. So it took off from there.
How nice.
Yeah.
Do you still have copies of your early work? Did you?
I have.
Because we didn't have cell phone pictures, so people weren't,
I
documenting
had
things the way.
little disc cameras back
Oh
then.
yes, I remember those. The
Grainy.
little circle oh my gosh, the circle disc camera. Woo!
But I was in Japan, so I had a Minolta. I took some pretty decent pictures.
Yeah.
I started
It's
to.
fun to be able to look back at that early work.
Yeah, I reflect back to that all the time.
So about how old were you when you did that one?
22.
You were very young, yeah, and already, and your father instilled the business, and here you are learning from the church lady and all these people trying to help you and guide you. It's like they were mentors without officially being a mentor.
Exactly.
What do we call them? Walking mentors,
Yeah,
just around.
exactly.
That's really fortunate.
It was good. It really, I mean, I took heed to what they were saying. I didn't dismiss anything.
Yeah.
I know they meant well.
Right.
And I rode with it.
That's awesome. Okay, so you've now sold a $150 painting, a sketch, and you're like, okay, this is that when you really started thinking, okay, this is like a business, like I can really make this a business? Is that what kind of projected you?
Yes. I had my own personal COLA, cost of living. So every month I would do maybe two portraits or something, a couple $100, Then I was barbering, I was cutting hair too, and I was an entrepreneur all the way.
No job too big, no job too small, as my uncle says. Yeah.
Yep. So I got interviews on the news channel over there, and
so you were getting on the news already. You're 23 now, or what? By that point, after selling that one, they just called you.
Actually, I had a class with the news anchor person. We had the same rank, so we had this called a leadership class. She was in my class, and I said, Tiffany, I said, you know what? When I have a next show, you should come and film it and blah blah blah. I'm trying to
you're working. You were working it. Okay, you
So
had a little gusto when you were at a young age.
4 East Network was the name of the channel. She came in, and I think video footage is in my mom's house somewhere. I need to dig it up.
Yeah, I know, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So you got on the television now. Oh boy, everybody's now seeing you and they see your work. And the calls started coming in at that point a little bit more. And you so did you think, I know you were doing other jobs, did you feel that you knew at that point, this is going to be my career path? My hobby of sketching and just kind of doodling now is really something I think I can make a career out of? Or did you just see it still as a hobby that you were getting paid for?
Hobby getting paid for.
Okay. What did you want your career to be?
I wanted my art to be my career, but at that point, I couldn't see it happening.
You didn't see it. So
did
you
still
have another path at the same time that you were trying to go after another career?
Air Force was my only
that was it right there.
Goal.
Yeah.
But then after a certain time, it got stagnated, and I got out of there, thank God, after 10 years. Because you should stay in for another 10 years and retire.
So you finished 10 years.
That was enough.
Okay, yeah.
But I always practiced though. I always had a gig to do for somebody.
Right. So you did a lot of work over those years.
I've done about over 300 portraits probably.
Okay.
In all those years
all
up to
those
now.
years. Okay.
But
very nice.
It wasn't until I actually got laid off my job though in 2008 that I started doing art full time.
Where were you working? Can we
say? On the military base.
Okay, so on the military base you had a job, and then you got laid off, and then you spent more time with.
It was evident. It was destined for me to do it full time then.
Oh wow.
It wasn't. Unemployment is not a whole lot of money.
Right.
But it is when you have no bills.
Yeah.
And it's a cushion. It's a cushion. It's a cushion
You're right.
to launch my newfound career, which is my art.
Right.
I used that 2 years to launch.
Okay.
What I'm doing right now.
So that's when you made that decision officially. I'm really going for this, and it's going to be a business in my career.
That's it.
And I'm going to put everything into it.
Everything. And it's kind of like people are afraid.
Yeah.
And I always say it's two F's: fear and faith. One can conquer the other. My faith is stronger than my fear.
That has to be to succeed.
So
everybody is fearful of making that leap to something new.
It really is.
It really is. Fear is the biggest detriment to moving forward. Yeah.
And you got to dream big. I mean, dream out of the stratosphere.
Right. Yeah. And it's not crazy. Some people feel like that's too much or unrealistic.
Yeah.
Do it. And then a lot of times what happens, people around you will discourage you and say, they'll crush your dreams.
I'll dismiss those people.
How are you going to do that? What do you know about that?
Bye.
You quickly just remove it.
I even had people in my best interest thinking or saying stuff, are you going to find another job? This, that, and the other. Now look, let me do me. Thank you for your concern, but let me do me.
Right, and you're happy with that decision, and you want to be happy doing what you love doing, and you believed.
10 years, almost full time now. I'm just no meals. You
got a family, you're doing your thing. Yeah. I mean, not that it's peaches and cream, but
Nothing
happy? Yeah, no, all work. No matter if you keep climbing up the ladder, it just gets to be more and more and more work that you got to do, and it's more risky. Especially the more things you're buying, it's more risky.
Exactly. You got to get beyond the obstacles, circumstance, roadblocks, naysayers.
Right.
That's part of life.
That's true.
My biggest thing I despise hearing is life got in the way. Life don't get in the way. Life just happens.
Yeah.
That's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of artist friends that are really good artists. They say, I should be good as you back in the day. Really? Let me see something. Well, I would, but I got married, had kids, I had a job.
Right. Things happen.
I said, you know what? That's just life. That's gonna happen to anybody.
But did you give up or did you keep going?
You gotta be passion driven. You be passion driven, it'll conquer all those things.
Right.
And just gotta keep persevering and move forward. Just go, do your thing.
Right.
You're in charge of your own destiny. So.
There are a lot of struggles, though. People out there always tearing you down. Negativity is all around you. Everybody's not a good person. I had to deal with one today that wasn't a good person, and it really just broke my spirit. But then you just say, put that back on them. It was like the hot potato. I was like,
absolutely.
Take it back. You got it. Let me get out of here.
Everybody who say they for you aren't for you.
That's true. Yeah, they'll say it, and then they'll get off the phone or go in the other room and say something really negative about you or think ill of you.
So I try to surround myself with the true people, those who are of influence.
Right.
Always, when you talk to them, you know how positive they are when you're talking to them.
Yeah.
That they mean well about what they say.
Right.
And
I always say if you tune to your instincts, you can tell what people are. You can really decipher the difference. So how does that affect your artwork when you're dealing with all these different personalities? Does that affect you when you're preparing a piece?
It's kind of like I can read people, I can feel people, and I know who really wants the artwork.
Right.
And some are over anxious because they want their artwork in their hand.
Yes. So I was gonna say some people are like hammering you and is it ready yet? And I need to, why is it that much money? That whatever you get that. So
I just kind of let them know. I'm a true business person. I'm an understanding business person.
Okay.
And I get where they come from. I get where they come from. It's kind of like, but I was telling my wife the other day. I was like, 1 in 10 is law of averages. 1 in 10 is going to say yes to an original piece of artwork. The 9 in 10 I deal with. I get all kinds of excuses.
Right.
Then there's the one that say, how much is this going to cost? X amount of dollars. Okay, how do I pay? That one.
Right. Well, I get it.
And then there's others I work with. I said, there's a payment plan.
Yeah. Everybody can't just pop out the $100, but doesn't make them any different than the other. I wouldn't judge them. But you accommodate and make it happen.
One lady, she was on fixed income. I said, man, we all are.
He's tough.
I said,
goodness.
No, but she really wanted artwork, right? So I was like, well, Miss So and So, how much can you afford to? I said, can you afford $100 today? She said, yes. I said, how would that affect the rest of your month? She said, it wouldn't. I said, so if I allow you to make a $100 payment until it's paid off, would you accept that type of option? She said, you do that? I said, I'm the CEO.
I make the decisions here.
So
that's sweet.
For X amount of months, on the third of the month, I got a text. I never reminded her anything. The third of every month, I had a MoneyGram for $100.
She remembered, paid you that money.
Until the last one.
Until the last payment.
Next to the last one, I said, you're done. She said, no, I'm not done. I still have one more payment to make. I was like, well, I'm going to waive that payment. She said, oh, no, baby, I need to pay you your money.
Oh, see?
I said, well, send me a $10 money order for shipping. So she sent me a MoneyGram, spent $5, but send me $10 for the MoneyGram.
And you did. Very nice.
And now she's
got a nice haul too.
So she's one of my most sharing persons on Facebook.
I love that. Yeah, that's great. And she promotes your stuff, and you didn't even know that that's how it was going to happen.
But you got to do the right thing.
You just do the right thing. I swear that is like one of the best sayings that I always hear over and over, and even the movie Spike Lee. I mean, but do the right thing.
Just do the right thing.
Is just so casual a statement. It's such a simple thing
it's
to
simple.
do. People complicate, the world and relationships and everything by not just doing what's right. If you do what's right, things will be okay.
I tell my boss all the time, just do the right thing.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
It's not. Unless you're selfless or self-motivated or you have all these other negativity things going on with you, then it's complicated.
If you don't love yourself,
yeah,
it's hard to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. And I love me some me.
Oh, okay.
So I love to do the right thing by people.
You're singing a Tony Braxton song over here. I love me some me. That's one of my favorite too. Yeah.
But that's just my little dasher. You gotta love yourself first.
That's it.
I can't do Karla wrong if I love myself.
Right.
It's really that simple.
That's right. And I say to some, if I believe in God, so if you love God and you're godly, you're going to treat other people that way. So if you love yourself and you treat yourself right and you believe others should be treated the same way, it's going to fall on. That's so true. That's so true. You were a supporter at our event, the Friends of Fuller Gordy Strike Fest. My mother and I do this annual event now in its 11th year. So it was the year before last that you provided the Michael Jackson painting, which was beautiful. I mean, just really nice. So thank you again publicly to everybody here that you came through. You were recommended to me as how we met. Somebody wanted your work at our auction. They felt that it should be there. And you provided that piece. So it was really nice. Yeah, we have a big auction.
See, that came about, Karla, because I practice what I preach. When I tell other artists, I said, just have an event. Don't go expecting anything miraculous. Just have an event. Okay, now that being said, I had a little exhibit in Lancaster, California, right? And my son recorded it. I posted on Facebook. Somehow Jay Jackson saw the video. And I saw he was associated with Motown in some kind of way. And I said, okay, Beverly Hills office. So I sent him a friend request. And when he said yes, I put my Marvin Gaye, my Michael Jackson, my Diana Ross, all that in
put your Motown up there. Played that Motown, yeah.
I thought all that in his inbox.
Okay.
And within 3 minutes, my phone rang. My instant message on the phone rings. It's Jay Jackson talking about he was asked to help out with the fundraising for the event you guys had. Would be willing to donate?
Yeah, he attends every year. He gets his tickets to come out.
So he said, would you be willing to donate his artwork to the event? No, absolutely. So that's how it all came out.
Wow, I didn't even know that story. So how fun to hear that.
See, that's when you go on just doing the right thing kind of scenario.
Right, yeah.
I didn't come to the event expecting anything miraculous. I just went because I know it's going to be a great event.
Right.
And I would have the ability to network a little bit.
Yeah.
Meet some new people. I some of the same people from the event now I still stay in contact with.
Oh, fantastic.
And when's Karla Gordy?
When's what? Oh, me. Yeah. But I love that. I mean, that's one thing about our event. I love connecting people. I love them coming. They have a great time. It's like 250 people. Like I said, now in its 11th year. But we hear throughout the year so many stories of people connecting and doing business and friendships and meeting. I mean, just like really, I love that. I love that. So it's making a difference through the actions.
Exactly.
But I appreciate you for doing that. And we look forward to having you come back again. It's November 7th. Yes, so everybody put that on the calendar.
This year,
a little save the date plug.
Last year I was in Alabama last year.
You were out of town, yeah. So we missed you there, but it was a really amazing auction. Yeah, we had an auctioneer come in. So would you consider this is your hobby when you were little?
Right.
It was a hobby. So I want to get your feelings on what do you think about people having hobbies? And I have some information here about how all hobbies cannot become a career. Do you agree with that? They just aren't meant to be your career.
Yeah, all hobbies aren't meant to be a career, but ones that are unique and different. And what I do is everybody can't do.
Right.
I'm not.
Most people can too.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. Most people can't do this kind of work.
Yeah, I'm not like a McDonald's. I'm more of a 5-star restaurant kind of thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have a talent for art, and it's really in there. They'll not bring it out.
Yes.
So I mentor people too.
You do? Yeah. Okay.
Long distance. I ain't got to be there.
So you can be online and do all that and talk. So how do you, like, say if I say, well, when I was in school, I was good at cartooning and I did good sketches and they looked just like the picture, but I just kind of let it go. What would you say if I say, but I really enjoyed it. I need something like that to do again?
Let me see what you're working with. and I can tell you what
you'll analyze it and give your opinion, like a consultation.
Yeah,
my
exactly,
pencil man consultation.
Continue doing what you're doing and leave it alone. Or you really got something there. Let me help you with that.
Okay, you're right. That is the first thing, because some people don't need to waste time messing around with something they have no business touching.
Yeah, no, but
and you have a nice way of telling them that, or do you? Yeah,
I do. But one guy in particular, I won't mention his name. He was 69 years old at the time. He saw me on Facebook, and he had drawn a gazillion pictures over the years, and then gradually got better. Not much at all. Okay. But he was very passion driven about what he wanted to do.
Right.
He just had no direction. He had the wrong formula.
And he was doing the same thing over and over, getting the same results.
Exactly. So he called me or sent me a message on Facebook in my inbox, stroking me like I walked on water kind of thing. And he said, well, check my workout and tell me what you think. I went, I was like blank face.
How do I answer this question?
I said, call me tomorrow.
Oh God, like I said, watch what you ask for.
So he's on the East Coast. He called me about 7 o'clock in the morning, our time. And I got on the phone with him. I beat him up really bad. He said, you smart work? I said, I did. He said, what you think? I said, well, some like who hit and ran.
Oh boy.
Some was like, we talking about Willows. And one of them doing Scooby-Doo. Oh
you just beat the man up.
I did. So he was like, that bad? I said, man, you horrendous. I said, but you know what? I can help you. He said, you can help me? You already body slam me, poke me in the eye.
You just buried me in the grave.
I said, there's one thing that you got going for you. He said, what's that? I said, you have passion. And you need somebody to corral all that, what you're doing. And I got the right formula for you. I believe in you. Do you believe in yourself?
That's a big question.
He said, yeah, I believe in myself. I said, you don't sound very convincing.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
You know, so
you gotta be confident.
I got him to do the Jerry Maguire, I believe in yourself kind of thing.
That's the moment, the Jerry Maguire.
So he was like, I said, you got pen and paper? He said, yes. I said, hey, where's my time now? What's my name? He said, Pencil Man. I said, exactly. So I ain't gonna be wasting no time. With the one drawing.
Wow, you
saw I'm gonna share with you later. I'm gonna share with you.
So he made a difference.
One drawing, he was open to hear what I was saying.
Wow.
And corralled all that. And overnight. Cause I know the formula.
That's like amazing.
I know the formula for accuracy, precision, and all that stuff.
Right.
If you wouldn't have listened and to apply those principles overnight.
Yeah.
And now, I told him, I can't believe I got that good that quick. I said, you know what? I can, because I'm a bad dude. He started laughing. No, seriously?
Seriously, I'm a bad dude. No. Seriously.
You're a great listener. And you listen to what I was telling you.
Right. He was open to that information, because he could have just been crushed by the first comments you said about, no, it's terrible.
I was testing,
and he could have left. But you were testing his determination and his passion, and the fact he still wanted to do it after that and learn. That's huge. I love it. Yeah, you're a good teacher. I like that.
You know,
I like that.
I told him, I said, your drawing was so bad, I wouldn't give you two rusty niggas rubbed together, right?
You were having fun with him at that point.
I did.
So for my audience, I have people out there who are sketching, right? Anybody out there do any sketching, maybe painting, any type of art? But you're just doing it as a hobby. It's something at home. You don't necessarily look at it as a career. But I'm sure you see successful people, and you're maybe thinking, how can I make this into a career? How can I get better? So those are people. What would they do then? They would just reach out to you.
Yeah, they reach out to me. I mean, I answer all my messages.
Do you do seminars? Like, do you live seminars or anything like that?
I go to middle schools, talk to the kids.
Okay.
Go to the local college.
What about clinics? Why not like a summer clinic? Have you done that? We should work on that.
I'm going to evolve into that.
Bristol Entertainment will get you a clinic going. Exactly. Yeah. That'll be fun though.
Going to the college and talk to the art classes at the college, just grooming me for my speaking engagements and stuff like that.
No, it's good, because like you said, you changed that man's style and what he was doing over and over incorrectly overnight.
Well, it can be done.
So everybody, like you said, everybody's not going to do that. You can analyze and let someone know this may not be what you need to do. You can play and have fun with it, but it's not going to turn into something. And others, you say, I see something there. Exactly. So that's great. So I welcome everybody to reach you. You see the link on the show there for you to reach out to him.
Yeah, please
So
do.
hobbies can include reading, writing, painting, gardening, all these different things, regular activities that you do for pleasure, typically doing your leisure time. This is kind of how you started out, right? And then hobbies can include collecting themed items, objects, so you can be a collector, which is a hobby, engaging in creative and artistic pursuits. Really, to me, it's very smart people that do it, because you have to be very creative mentally to determine what hobby and to, engage with that and save up.
Exactly.
And then sports and other things and amusements can also be connected into hobbies. But as we were just saying, it's not something that everybody can do. You have to acquire substantial skills and knowledge in the area before you can really take it to the next level.
Exactly.
So determining what you love to do is important. You agree?
Exactly.
And making a decision that this is going to be your hobby, what it is, and then how you're going to move forward with making it into something lasting, right? Those are all the right things. Well, hey.
You gotta be prepared for the opportunities when they come. I think success is measured by the own person, not by society. But success comes when you prepare for the opportunity when it comes.
Right.
And I had plenty of those. It's kind of like I'm kind of the modern day Norman Rockwell.
Okay.
And that's a big name.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
But most artists, I'm the only artist on the planet, other than him, to be hand selected to be an artist for a national magazine, to do all the covers for the magazine.
Okay, what magazine
It's
is
called
this?
Sports Life.
Okay, so you were commissioned?
I was called by the CEO to say, look, I need you to be the face of my magazine, to grace all the covers.
Okay.
And they had 2 issues already, and they had a little hiatus to relaunch in about a couple of months.
Nice.
But my art could be on the cover.
Very nice.
Now, and Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, all over
Fantastic.
Target.
Congratulations. I love that. Yeah.
That's huge.
That is very huge.
So kids, they need to see someone that's been successful at what they desire to do later on in life. So art can be a career.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But you
definitely.
You just got to use the platforms that are available for us to use. Like social media right now.
Oh, yeah. Huge platform.
If you're good at what you do and you put it out there, somebody's going to see it.
Right.
But if you lackadaisy about it, kind of so I want to do it,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
Right. Yeah, you have to be proactive. You can't just sit still and think people are going to come knocking on your door. Everybody knows that one.
Yeah.
And we talked about how you transitioned from the hobby, but a lot of people have to think about that part. And do you want to be full-time, part-time, all these different things. So I'm incorporating information to you about your personal hobbies to the viewing audience and how it connects to you, and knowing when to make that transition even.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you had a full-time job, you're working, all these different things that happen before you made that transition. So that's important key in deciding when you want to transition into focusing on that hobby even more, and the time frame that it's going to take you to have it happen. And then you got home life, personal things. You might be married, with family, with kids and all that. Like you said, with you were working. So all these factors. How does this affect your family with your I mean, they know.
They knew what Dad
They knew what they were getting into, right? Dad, this is what Dad's doing. Is it ever problematic, your hobby? Because this is, you eat, drink, and sleep it, I'm sure. This is your passion. It's all over the house.
Yeah.
So when they want Dad to Dad, it's like, I'm doing a picture. It consumes you because it's there. It's not like you're going away to a job. It's in your home.
Right.
So
is
that problematic? Or
No, I have a 26-year support.
Nice. That's great, and that's important.
You gotta have it.
You gotta have it.
I have an older son that does like videography type stuff. He's been different events and supporting their role. My youngest, he told me the other day that I want to be part of the business kind of thing. He don't want to work a job. He want to be.
He's trying to turn his hobby into a business now. He's in that transition stage we're talking about. Right.
So the wife, she's been there since day one. So it's kind of like I'm kind of lucky to get this.
Right. That's awesome.
No struggles between nothing. It's kind of like support.
Nice.
And I'm just rolling with it, enjoying
You're rolling. It. And you never know what door is going to open next, but you control it. Like you said, you're the CEO. You're running this ship. You set your prices. You set your clientele base. So it's really great to have a business like that today.
Planting those seeds though are very important. I was telling a guy recently. I didn't get invited to show some artwork at the NBA All-Star Weekend concert. It wasn't huge names up and coming great singers. It's more of a business and mixer, reconnecting with people,
right. Networking
kind of event.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of days after the event, the guy called me up, another artist. He said, "Well, how did the event go? The NBA All-Star Weekend, blah, 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 blah." I said, "Well, it was great. I got a chance to rekindle some relationships, some network. I planted some great seeds. And this shows you maturity of someone that's in business and someone who's not in business." I said, "Well, so when you going to see some results of the seeds you planted?" I was like, honestly, it could be today. It could be next week, next month, next year. I said, I see a harvest every day. I've been planting seeds all my life. So every day I get a harvest. So you got to look at that perspective opposed to instantaneously, around the spot.
Right.
That's you trying to lose some war then. If you expect that, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it'll come when it's supposed to come.
Exactly.
But just continue to plant tons of seeds, of course, and things will start to happen. Tell me the Rosa Parks story. You have a Rosa Parks story.
I do.
You posted this on Facebook, and I'm just like, you have a picture with Rosa Parks. I have one of those too, thank God. It was amazing. But what is this?
Okay, that was my first mega presentation. I just got married back in 1992.
Okay.
And I was in the military base. It was Air Force Base. I know she was coming for Black History Month. I told my wife, I was like, I'm going to do a portrait of Rosa Parks. I'm going to present it to her. I don't know how it's going to happen.
So you didn't even know how it was going to happen.
Nope.
But you knew she was coming to the base.
I knew she was coming.
You heard. See, I love how you do that. I noticed it on Facebook. You find out that someone's going to be having an event or going to be somewhere, or whatever, and you know how to go ahead and make the right, what do you call it, painting?
Yeah, right.
Sketch.
Exactly.
And you have it. You show up.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead. What happened?
I get a phone. I'm 99% done with the artwork. Rosa Parks. I'm 99% done. I get a call from a big wig from NASA, Mr. Art Nash. He was like, "Clarence." I said, "Yes, Mr. Nash, what's happening?" I was still in the military at the time. He said, "You think you got time to do a portrait of Rosa Parks to present to her at the officers' luncheon on this day?" I was like, "No, what, Mr. Nash? I'm really busy right now."
That's good.
He said, "Well, we're gonna compensate you X amount of dollars." I said, "Okay, that sounds good, but it has to be from my hand to her hand. No colonel, no general, no
personally delivered."
That's right. Got to be
Okay.
from my hand, her hand. Any problem with that? He said, "I don't see a problem at all." I said, "I'll be by tomorrow and pick up my check."
I love it.
So at the event, I'm sitting at the head table, and she said on the far end of the table, the tiny lady.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
So they got up and gave her speech, or she didn't say too much. And they called me up to make the presentation. I got a kiss from the cheek from Rosa Parks.
Oh, nice.
I didn't watch for 3 days. That's probably right, about 3 days.
Nice.
All she said was, "This is so lovely. Thank you, young man." I was like, "Wow, that's Rosa Parks standing right next to me."
I know.
Isn't
that great?
Yeah, that's my Rosa Parks story.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. I love how you worked that though. You worked a business deal on that. So smart. What are these so smart? I love it.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
You're like, let me see.
I can work
I don't know if I have time to do that. And the picture's sitting right in your face, like, yeah. That is smart. So smart. Let me see. I got some more things for you. We got your journey, your passions. You do give back. I know, like we talked about.
Yeah.
You really are big on giving back, and that's why so much comes to you.
Exactly.
I really do. You have a good heart, and you understand people and different dynamics, you work with that. And I want everybody to possibly take teaching who's interested in this. Some of your successes, though, I want to talk about. At 14, you received your first award. And you were in the newspaper, right? Was that what I saw? That's so fun.
It's how ironic that image that's up on Facebook. We didn't receive the newspapers back then. I can vaguely remember that interview when they came to my school.
Yeah, when they came to school.
30 years later, my dad passed about 25 years ago. But about 30 years later, I get a phone call from my dad's coworker from that time. And he was like, "But point, man, your dad," you say, "Man, that boy, he gonna make it. He gonna make it.
Oh.
And he called my mom every year, just Mr. Tony. So he called me, he's like, I got something for you. I said, okay. What's your address? He sent me from the mail. I get it, it's light. Oh, this is a check.
Right. What is this little thing you sent me, right?
Open up, is that picture from the newspaper.
Oh.
He had said that picture.
I know you were so happy to see that.
That showed
it's up on my Facebook page for everybody to see too. Yeah,
so,
that's nice.
So that's kind of like it showed my journey as an artist. I didn't just start yesterday.
No, absolutely.
That document showed that.
It shows that it backs up your words. That at 14 you were doing it because you were getting an award at your school for your art.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was a wonderful picture. And then you got Man of the Year for the New England Magazine. So that's that one.
That's from a giving back kind of thing.
That's okay.
I mean, I love giving back, and that the lady who's the CEO of that magazine, it's an online publication, but I was unanimous choice for their Man of the Year.
Oh, okay.
Because of things I've helped her out throughout the year.
Right.
And plus, people see my track record.
Well, you're talented. If you were helping and you weren't talented, it wouldn't work if they didn't love your work. So you got the full package there. And then celebrity artist, you've been named. I mean, I'm sure it goes on and on because if you do something good, you have talent, and you're recognized. That's awesome. So congratulations to all those awards. And then here you are on the show now. we're tooting your horn. I just wanted to share with everybody because I really love your work. And every time, as you said, that guy got better and better, I would just see like, oh, I love that. Oh, wait, okay, that's really good. God, that looks just like a picture. Like it looked like you said. I'm just like, whoa.
It's funny you said because it's one guy with my friends. He always said another photograph. Another photograph. That's it. Yeah, I have fun with it.
And it's all freehand, or do you do any of it like kind of off the picture?
No, I just
100% freehand.
Yeah, I'm old school.
Whew.
I just look at it and scale it out, how big it's going to be. And
have you ever done it in front of people, like an audience?
Once.
Is that like difficult to do?
Once.
Because I've had painters that will do it to music and do it at jazz clubs and all. I mean,
but I got invited to do a live drawing once, and the whole class was working.
Okay.
And I'm like, and the lady in charge of the class, she came by. She was like, "What's the problem?" I said, "I don't know where to start." She said, "Why?" I said, "I never did a live drawing before." It was like 15 years ago. She says, let's look at the shapes and draw shapes and it'll come together. I tried to register what she was saying and registered. And I started. It was immaculate. And everybody was like, this can't be your first time doing this.
It's a difference, right? When you're doing it live.
But it looked picture perfect.
Wow.
When she told me, what she said, and I read register in my brain, it was over with.
Oh my goodness. So what'd you do? But you haven't done it since?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
It must not have been a good feeling.
No, it was good. I just don't have, most of my inquiries and stuff are across the country.
How long does it take for you to do? What's the quickest time you could do like an image of it?
I can do something overnight.
Okay. So live, how would you do that? You would just do a partial
like
a couple hours?
See, I'm moody.
Okay.
I might work in the middle of the night, want to do something, and my subject home sleeping.
So you do live subject and picture?
No, just pictures.
Just pictures.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No live subjects.
No, I'm too moody for that.
You too. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're starting to wind down here. You recently did a presentation to Colonel Gary Aldrich.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that, because that seemed like that was really touching.
It was. Well, I was home in Alabama, and I heard. Well, actually before that, the Colonel Randy had mentioned to me like early last year sometime that this colonel was retiring from the base, and he had sell kind of records and just very influential person
to many people. So,
yeah, and so all the aviation people got together and sent me these images, and I don't do planes often. But I'm private military too, so I need to put it together.
It was the picture of the plane.
And him. Actually, the plane that was behind him was on a different plane that he actually took the picture with. So I kind of put some images together.
Right.
And And last night, I presented to him
This
last
is
night.
last night you did this presentation.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, and
Nice.
he was blown away.
Was it a surprise to him?
Oh, he had no idea. He got hit upside the head so hard.
Oh, that's so beautiful. See, those are nice moments.
All those are the ones like with Bill Duke,
Yeah.
you know, Dick Gregory, you know.
Where's Barry Gordy?
You know,
Where is Barry Gordy?
Barry Gordy is coming. I'm glad you mentioned it because you remember when you used to show with your cousin about the museum in Hitsville.
My show with
Right.
with Robin Terry
Right.
was on Karla Dawn Live.
Right. So I want to get with you and her and come up with something that I can create for the museum.
A piece that can go in the museum. Yeah.
So think about that and talk to her, and we do a three-way or whatever,
Yeah.
and just kind of get an idea of what a composition that would be, you know, impactful. I'm down for that. So
Well, probably something with him and the artists whose careers he
I
launched.
mean, that's
and
like
took.
1,000.
There are many. He did a lot of good work there.
Yeah, but yeah.
you know, maybe start with those like the Marvin Gaye Smokey and all that.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
one day maybe I'll be fortunate to be
Yes, you'll be penciled.
penciled. Is that how you say it? I want you to be penciled. That's cute. I love it.
we can hook that up.
I want to be penciled. Clarence, please. That could be taken kind of weird. Okay. So, anything else that we can cover that can educate the audience about this
You know,
path?
just stay passion driven about your goals.
Yeah.
And
And you don't do it for money, is that correct? I hear that a lot of times.
You know-
Hobbies something you love, you're passionate about, you can't just do it about money, or do you have to really take money into the picture? You want to be, if it's your career, I would say yes.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a career, but if it's strictly a hobby that's not your career.
you know, I think it's a personal thing. For me, I like Benjamins, but I do stuff from the heart as well.
Right.
So while I'm on vacation, right? Well, not vacation. I'm thinking of my mom, right? She was a whole lot better. So I'm on Facebook and I see this educator who made a comment on my sister figure's page. And I thought she was just a teacher. Turns out she was a principal of a school. So I just said I would love to come out and talk to the kids one day about the arts, their art class. She said, great. So I was like, I think she might have went to my website, saw all my artwork, and probably thought it was too expensive to come talk to the kids.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So I said, you know what? She said, how much do you charge? I said, you can make a donation if you like. I just want to come talk to the kids. Just tell them what day to come. I'll just show up and talk to the kids for an hour.
Right.
I said, now, I am a businessman. So it would be nice if more than the 20 kids in the class knew I was there. You got world-renowned artists in your classroom.
Yes.
More than those 20 kids knew I was there.
I get it.
So contact your local newspaper.
Yeah, put the word out.
TV station or whatever, and have somebody come cover the story. And she did.
Nice.
And the very next day,
You probably
I'm on the front page of the paper.
fantastic.
See, but no compensation.
Got it.
But
But you got free advertisement there.
It wasn't about. See, sometimes
Yeah.
compensation is not part of the equation. Those kids need to be empowered.
That's right.
So that was my mission, to do that, empower those kids, and it's a local paper. Well, on Facebook makes it national, international,
it does.
worldwide.
Yeah. And you touch the lives of all those kids.
Yeah,
Inspired, I'm sure, many of them.
And those people who say, I'm not one of those people who say, I'm about what I say I'm about. I just say I'll get back to the community and all that kind of stuff, right? But if there's no track record of me ever doing anything in the community, I'm just blowing smoke.
That's right. Yeah. I hear you.
You know, so that right there validated one aspect of what I say. And those kids, no, I thought I did something by going there and talking to those kids for an hour.
Right.
I'm a bad man, right? 2 weeks later, the principal calls me and said, did you leave going back to California yet? I said, no. She said, well, the kids did something for you. I want you to come by and pick, they got something for you, she said. I said, what did this middle school kids got from me?
Right.
I get there, they all march in with this big old white poster, and they all assemble, get in formation, and they turn around, it's a picture of me.
Oh, that they drew.
Each kid took a square and drew a square, and like a Picasso.
Oh, that's so great.
So that's covering my book coming out later in the year.
Oh, fantastic. So you have a book coming out. Wait till the interview's over now. Oh, by the way, so you have we got to end. We're a little overtime here. So you have a book coming out. That's really special what the kids did for you.
Yeah.
So you're now taking that picture and putting it on as the cover of your book. And what's the book going to talk about?
Just my journey. The man's journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of what we talked about, but on the big scale, more detailed.
More detailed stuff.
I love it. I'm sure you got plenty of stories.
I do.
They sound like they're fun. Sound like they're a lot of fun and inspirational. Yeah. And I'm sure there are areas there that people can relate to, the many areas of your life that you've experienced.
Yeah, it's going to inspire a lot of artists who have left their art dormant for years to rekindle their passion and stuff. And pick it up and keep it going. Well,
you're doing something that'll carry on well after you're 100-something years old when you're gone. That'll be here in people's homes and that people have conversations about. I mean, that's why to me art is just so amazing, and it comes from your hand. Just like things that people build, tables and all that. It's just so special. It's not manufactured. It's not coming out of a big warehouse.
Exactly.
I really, really appreciate that type of work more than anything.
Well, thank you very much.
So so thank you for what you're doing and sharing it with people and making available and your talents and skills. And I encourage everybody out there to hone into their hobbies and see where it can take you. And if it is pencil art, feel free to reach out to Clarence Pointer, and he'll be happy to let you know if it's the way to go or if you need to let it go. he'll work with you there and give you some pointers to make it better and improve if he feels that that's something that he sees possible. So I thanks so much for everybody watching. Appreciate it, every one of you, all the shares that I've had on all my shows. I am now at my 11th show. I have one more show until this is the end of my first season.
Wow.
It's crazy how this went by so fast. So the Karla Dawn Live show will have its last show with Iris Gordy back as guest host. She came on the first one, and I'm having her close it out with me next Wednesday at 5:30. So that'll be pretty fun, getting a little bit into her life and some Motown secrets.
You've done a great job.
Oh, thank you so much. And you've been watching.
I've been watching.
You've been watching. You're one of my viewers right here. I love that. You've gone from being referred to each other to viewing my show to now being on the show.
Isn't it cool?
So much, and we got so much more to do. So much more to do. I'm curious what piece is going to be at the Friends of Fuller silent auction. You don't even know yet, probably.
No,
see? So when you come to Friends of Fuller, you'll see it there. You'll appreciate that art even more, and everybody's going to want to buy it, I'm sure, because now they know what goes into it coming to be, how long it takes and his career path, so that makes it more special.
It really does.
So again, we thank you so much. We're going to look back at all the comments and respond. Clarence is definitely going to be commenting. He's very active on Facebook.
I am.
I love that. He did a whole promo on this show. So to all of his followers, I say hello and greetings again. Hello to my cousin, and shout out Serena in Detroit, Michigan, who watches every week. And I appreciate that, and all of you for sharing. Again, I'll see you next Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make somebody smile and spread love and kindness. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. And before I go, I cannot leave without saying where we are. Now I can reveal it. We are at Simply Delicious, and the chef is D, right?
Yeah,
Chef D of Simply Delicious. We appreciate you sponsoring today's show. We are here at his restaurant on Washington Boulevard. He's treating us to a nice meal after. We thank him so much. He has delicious food, sandwiches, dinners, all of that, right? Everything you could want. Is it soul food or no?
I think it's Cajun cuisine.
Cajun cuisine. So, that means I can get some gumbo.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Gotta go. No. On that note, but I'm getting ready to go to enjoy some of the cuisine in the front part of the restaurant. So, again, if you want to check the restaurant out, Google search, MapQuest it, all that good stuff, and look at the menu. And I ask you to come support the restaurant as well. It's a great owner here who's a good chef and kind enough to open up his business for us to do the show. So, time to eat. No. Much love. So let's go this way. Okay. Well, you can stay there. I'm going to go.